Clean the shaft as best as you can, because in here there is a seal, and we don't want to damage the seal. So any sharp edges that have developed on the shaft can take a piece of emery cloth and clean the shaft. Now I'll show you how to disassemble this cap side. So we start by removing the screws. There's a series of longer screws that I've just taken out. There's 2 screws here that are very short screws. I'll show you why. This short screw, as you can see, is substantially shorter than these other ones. So what you do when you have those out, you take 2 long screws, you screw them into the port where the short screw came out, and that acts as a puller to pull that plate off. So do it slowly. As you can see, the plate is coming off. So go from side to side, again slowly. Now when you get to this point, there will likely be fluid run out of the bottom of the pump. So protect the area from the fluid that flows through. So once this is loose, you can remove these screws. And this cap simply slides off. When you're doing that, keep an eye on this seal and make sure you don't damage the seal. So now we've exposed the inside of the pump. We have 3 vanes. That's why they call this a rotary vane pump. The center of the shaft is not center of the body. It's eccentric. So what happens when the pump is rotating this way is the vane will get to top dead center and will be totally recessed into the vane port. As the pump rotates, rotation is this way. As the pump rotates, centrifugal force forces the vane out. It touches the body, rotates, and by the time it gets back to top dead center, it slides back into the vane carrier port. So it's a continuous movement of the 3 vanes going into the port and coming out of the port and following the wall. That rotation creates all the airflow to activate the pump. In some cases, if you are dealing with certain types of fluids or mist or solids, these vanes may stick in there and not be able to move freely up and down in the vane port. The indicator for that is the pump will make a hammering sound. So in order to have a look at the vanes and see what the issue is, you'll need to do this process of removing the shroud, the fan, and the end cap. And then you can simply see and test by moving the vanes up and down Sometimes if the veins get wore, this is what a new vein should look like. You simply take a file down the worn area, rotate the vein, and slide it back in. At times, you'll need to ensure that this pump is clean, the inside of the pump body. So with your hand, check the wall to make sure that there's no deep grooves in the wall. If it's simply just a matter of replacing the veins, we simply pull the veins out. Once we remove the old veins, you'll want to make sure that a thorough cleaning of the inside of the pump body is done. So, just using solvent, like a Varsol type of a solvent, soak a rag, and just use the rag to clean out the inside of the pump body. To clean the vein ports, we simply use a brush, again, dipped in solvent, push it down, and just move it back and forth and ensure that those are clean. You can take compressed air or rags or spray bottle with the solvent in it, spray it good, just ensure that it's clean, and it gives you an opportunity to check the wall on the body itself.